I love the time that I spend with the medium.
Korean-American artist SHIN-HEE Chin has her artistic fabrics laid out, ready for her to work with. The McPherson resident often spends her creative hours in LINDSBORG. SHIN-HEE Chin is often an artist in residence at the Red Barn Art Studio and Museum in LINDSBORG, and that's where I caught up with her.
Yeah, this one is Spring Forest.
Here, Chin's internationally acclaimed fiber art fills the studio. SHIN-HEE is a fiber mixed media artist. These fiber art pieces require a large layout. Instead of brushes and paint, Chin uses needle and threads.
It is very monotonous.
Monotonous, she explains, only in the physical repetition of needle and thread. Her work, however, is anything but dull or tedious. Rich with color, texture, and meaning, her pieces are full of variety and visual intrigue. But she embraces the repetitive nature of the stitching.
But because it's a very repetitive process, you can just think about other things.
She says this allows her to use the time to meditate and pray.
And also cleanse your mind. And so simple stitches makes you focused. What is the important things in your life.
Her art becomes a meeting place for the Korean and American cultures she draws upon.
I grew up in South Korea until I was 29, and I came to United States in 1988.
The richness of those cultures stitched in every thread of her work.
The two cultures have their own uniqueness, and my role is that appreciating the two cultures and then portraying into my artwork.
Chin's work has been exhibited nationally and internationally, including in Washington, D.C., Tokyo, Geneva, Seoul. Her awards and recognitions are voluminous.
So we are going to just check what you have so far.
She has taught art at TABOR College for more than 20 years, where she serves as a professor in the visual art department.
Yeah, very nice. Right. Okay, how are you, Megan?
Good, I'm kind of just playing catch up.
I know. So I like your statement about describing this picture.
She understands that most of her students aren't aiming to become professional artists. Many are simply trying to earn a grade and fulfill degree requirements.
Once they come into the classroom, I want to let them think about what the art is doing in their life.
For Chin, it's not just about teaching technique, it's about guiding students on a journey of self-discovery.
So you want to see who you are, and then the beauty of the class is that there's the start and then there's the ending.
She says some students begin an art project with a clear idea, but often struggle to bring it to completion. That's where Chin, as the instructor, steps in, helping guide them toward a finished work.
The beauty of the class is that semester ends, you have to finish it no matter what.
That built-in deadline, she explains, isn't just about the art. It's a lesson in responsibility, one that carries over into whatever vocation her students pursue after college.
Okay, yeah, good. Good job.
Chin is comfortable creating art with brushes and paint or needles and threads.
Each medium has its own beauty, and I really enjoyed my painting process. Still I'm doing it, and then while I'm teaching, I do paint.
Whether working on canvas or fabric, Chin uses her art to explore complex themes like cultural identity, feminist traditions, and Christian spirituality.
My faith is very important in my artwork, but I don't necessarily make a Christian art. I'm a Christian, but I work with the art as a tool, and I show I want to share my faith, but not necessarily Christian images.
In other words, she doesn't create religious icons, but hopes her work will open conversations on meaningful subjects, including feminism.
When I talk about feminine ideas or feminism or feminine territory, is the one that people neglected or ignored the space.
She says the domestic and creative spaces women have traditionally occupied, like sewing or quilting, have often been dismissed as insignificant. But through her art, Chin reclaims those spaces using fabric and thread to amplify the stories of women who've been overlooked or silenced.
When I'm using the needle and thread and fabric, it's very domestic medium that you use it in the house. Yet it can carry some ideas about art or about faith, about the humanity.
And for all her national and international notoriety, she insists she's not unique.
If I can do it, anybody can do it. This is not a big, great technique. It is one that you just take your time and then do one at a time. So it is very easy one, but people doesn't want to do the easy one.
What sets her apart, perhaps, isn't the complexity of her method, but the depth of meaning she draws from it. In SHIN-HEE Chin's hands, even the simplest stitch becomes a form of expression, reflection, and purpose. This is Chris Frank for Positively Kansas.